started in a moment. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Sustainability and Entrepreneurship event with F4S, which we are running today to celebrate COP26, Entrepreneurs Day and Maths Week. My name is Neelam and I'll be hosting this session today. So students joining us today, a big welcome. You'll be hearing from our inspiring role models who have very impressive and unique careers, which all contribute to preserving and protecting our planet. So you'll be understanding more around sustainability and entrepreneurship as well. So to the audience at home, your audio and your video has been turned off, so please keep those switched off for safeguarding purposes, and the session is recorded so you can watch it back and share with your peers at a later stage. So that's brilliant for you. And also do sit back and ask loads of questions in the chat function as well. We are really keen to hear from all the students at home and at school. So first of all, a really big thank you to our guest speakers joining us for this session. So in this session, we have Yasmin, we have Michelle, and we have Amber. So we're going to go straight over to our speakers because we only have 30 minutes and we've got a lot to cover. We're going to start off with Michelle Best. So Michelle Best is from Blossom and Best. Michelle, we would love to hear all about your career story. So if you can explain to the students what it is that you do, and if you can explain a little bit about that, so really break it down for the students. So what is it that you do? What's a typical day look like for you? How do you protect the planet? What is your mission? You know, what problems are you trying to solve? And also, can you share your career story as well? So how did you get started and how did you get to where you are today? And then the students at home and at school will be asking all those questions. So over to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Let me just share with you my slide. So hello, I'm Michelle Best and I am founder of Blossom and Best. At Blossom and Best, I'm innovative and I am a sustainable company. We specialise in incontinence products. Incontinence products is the third largest consumer products that hit landfill. And with them taking 500 years to degrade, this is producing a lot of products that are sat in landfill for years. The innovation comes from my personal experiences as a mum and my experiences in fashion as well. The personal experience as a mom is my daughter is autistic and she has incontinence, and the products out there at the moment were just not suitable. So this is why I innovated my own. So innovation, what is innovation? Innovation to me is something new. It's a new method. Taking something old, reinventing it into something new, making it into something better and better each time. And that's where we come in with Blossom and Best. We face many problems and we solve many problems. So we're solving stigma and incontinence, mental health, people from isolating themselves, behaviour in young children, cost of the products, embarrassment and isolation. And we're also big on sustainability and protecting our planet for future generations. The solutions that Magic Pants, the innovative product, gives us is that they raise confidence. They will be widely through the NHS. They're raising the mental health dignity. They're reusable and made sustainably by sustainable fabrics and fabrics that have been grown and manufactured sustainably. We're solving embarrassment, and they can be used by many different people with many different conditions or disabilities. So, being an entrepreneur, as I'm an entrepreneur, I push the boundaries that have already been made, the boundaries in front of a product that we've already had, and somebody said, that's fine, we can leave it there. We'll take that boundary and we go through it. We create something better, something that can help other people, make other people's lives better. And we inspire a younger generation to think out the box, be an entrepreneur and be innovative. And it's these ideas that help our planet and local communities. So far, I have won a Young Innovator Award and I'm a finalist in the Great British Entrepreneur Awards. And my journey started by doing a degree in fashion design. And I then went on and worked various jobs. I worked in aerospace and dispatch. I worked in mental health unit. But it's nothing like started my own company. And it was daunting and terrifying. But 3 years on, we are now entering the NHS and we are backed by the KTN, Young Innovators, and backed by the NHS as well. You need to remember that business plans will change, your life plans will change. It's not always something that you can control, but as long as you work with people who are just as passionate about you and your product and service, you will always succeed. So be innovative, be inspiring, and be the kindest version of yourself. And thank you for listening. And you can find us on Facebook.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Michelle. If I can just jump in and ask you a couple of questions before we move over to the next speakers. That's wonderful, and congratulations on all of those fantastic awards. What does it take to become an entrepreneur? And you mentioned the pros and cons, you mentioned the challenges, and business plans and life plans can change. Can you just tell me what does it take, in your opinion, to be an entrepreneur? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of being an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur is hard work. That disadvantage is you have to have the motivation. You haven't got a boss stood there over you saying you need to do this. You know, you have to have that yourself because you are the boss. But to be an entrepreneur, have an idea, take that idea somewhere and make it better. No idea is too small or too big. As long as you believe that you can do it, then you'll do it. And that idea works and you can prove that it works, then you're an entrepreneur.
Amazing. And I'm also really intrigued about the fabric that you use for the magic pants. So you say that they're all sort of reusable and ethically sourced, so they're sustainable. Can you give a little bit more insight for our students listening?
So we use GATS certified fabrics. We use fabrics that are made from cotton and organic cotton. We also source fabrics that are made in the UK or with local small businesses as well, because we find that they are the ones that that need it. You know, we don't want to get a supply from another country. We want to keep it in the UK, keep the emissions down, because it's not just where your fabric is made or how it's made. You have to think of the emissions it's taking to get your fabric from one place to the next. So we source it in the UK. They're Ocotex certified for children, and they are organic certified as well.
Brilliant, thank you. And I think the final question for me for now, we will come back to you towards the end if we've got some time, is have you ever had any doubts within A, your ability, or B, within your company? Did you ever doubt your ability, or did you ever have any sort of second doubts, and how did you build that confidence to keep on persevering?
Yes, I think everybody has doubts at some point within their company or their product. For me, it was the amount of people I have behind me. I have a full team now. So I have a marketing team, I have advisors, I have, and it's the passion that they have for my product just as much as I do that keeps me going. That says, actually, no, this works. If all of these people believe in what I'm doing, then it must be worth it.
Amazing. Thank you. That's really, really inspiring, Michelle. Thank you. So we'll pause there for the moment. I really enjoyed listening to that story, so thank you for sharing. So Amber and Yasmin Chowdhury from Lovedash, do you want to unmute yourselves? And if the same for you, then let's start off with what is it that you do? What is Lovedash all about? How did you think of this idea, and how did you get to where you are today? Thank you.
So hello, welcome everyone, and I'm Yasmin, I'm the mother, and this is?
I'm Amber, I'm the daughter.
Okay, so Amber, she was 7 when we first started, 7 years old, And my heritage, my parents came from a country called Bangladesh. And I want you to see very closely that here is our logo, and it's made of hearts. Okay. Oh, apparently we haven't got the camera on. Yeah.
Oh no, I can see you. Your camera's on. Yeah, it's working fine.
They can see us. Okay. So really quickly, we are a British mother and daughter design duo, and we have made what we call is the world's kindest t-shirt in the world. And we've also made this fabric. It's the kindest textile. It's no machinery. It's been woven by hand, okay? And we call this the Love Desh Muslim. But there's very something special. And I want to talk about, because I'm reminded that it's maths, okay? Maths for girls, and talking about entrepreneurship, yeah? What's really special about Love Desh is that we create sweatshop free. So as much as when we talk about sustainability, which means let's not do fast fashion and let's just make sure that we're kinder to the planet, one of the things we do is we're not just kind to planet, we're really kind to people. And I'm really proud to show you for the first time, I think ever, probably in the whole country, we are, Love Desh is supported and endorsed by garment workers of Bangladesh. And here's a photograph of them. I don't know if you can see, holding the Love Desh banner. These are some of the most sad, tragic victims who, in 2013, a factory collapsed. And I'm really sorry to say this, fashion, when we make it, can also hurt. Many people stitching, over 1,000 people died. Now, just bringing it back, we are really proud to be here today and tell you about our journey, because what we're doing is trying to change the way we wear clothes, how we make clothes, and remembering how it might hurt the planet. We don't want to hurt, okay? Now, I started off, and I want you to know I'm a single mother. I've got absolutely nobody by my side. And my own relationship with maths is a difficult one, but I want to remind you all of this today, yeah? Any young girl out there, yeah? The world needs you, all right? It's really important because when I was growing up, I struggled with maths. I used to lack confidence. But today, let me tell you, whether I was a single mother, whether I'm going out for a meal with my friends, whether I'm trying to actually build and improve my house, you need maths. But in business, entrepreneurship, it's about how we pay, how much money we get, how we spend that money, and how we then use money to do good. And each of you out there, I know, if you chose whatever stage of maths you want to do as an entrepreneur or not, remember this, yeah? There's not enough of girls, women out there doing it. And if you ever think about being an entrepreneur, here's the thing, it can lead you anywhere. My background was I went to university, I did A levels, I had a city career. And then when I had my beautiful girl, I actually trained as an actress, and I do more than one thing. So it's not just entrepreneurship. You can really be what you want to be. But my 3 tips before I hand over to Amber, and we'll show you a quick show of our website, is this. Yeah. If you're scared, because I was born above a curry house. I promise you, I had no books. I didn't know anyone who had jobs in places that I would want to work in. All right. I found books. I found adults. I kept trying and trying. So don't let fear overrule you and reach out. And I can tell you now, Love Desh is really excited, aren't we, Amber? We want to work with young people. We are looking at ways to engage you. And if you want to be in the job of protecting people and planet, know that Love Desh would be very proud, and that reach out to your teachers as well as Founders for School to find out more, because we exist. And really quickly over to Amber.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber. I am the Assistant Creative Director at Love Desh, so I oversee all the design. And also during the pandemic, sort of last year, I also set up my own business, as I think that's when entrepreneurship really boosted. So it's called Ara Eco Design Studios, and it's an environmentally conscious brand that creates a more way of sustainable living. And So I've sort of adopted that from my mum, because we're also all about being ethical and being eco-friendly. And just to highlight the t-shirt, this t-shirt is actually 100% organic cotton, and it was made by women in a worker-owned factory, which essentially means that they decide their own wages instead of being on, I think Primark pay about, 20p. So it's all about, creating a better way of living and giving back. And also talking about maths. So I'm 20 and I'm in my second year of university. So I did my GCSEs and then I went straight into sixth form at the same school where I did my GCSEs, and then I went on to university. What I think people don't look at is obviously I wasn't that academic and I really struggled with maths, and it was one of my weakest subjects, but I managed to overcome that and I got the grade. And I think it's really vital in life, and if you're doing your own business and just in everywhere, maths is everywhere, it's always surrounding you, and it's just really important to know that, so you're always prepared. And
we can show them a website, don't we, at Love Dash. And I think you might have made a little error, but it's okay. And we love actually Primark, because at the end of the day they are giving jobs, okay? So we have to be very, very careful. But yes, all I think you were saying is, sometimes workers can get really, really low wage, but there's a lot of work being done to solve that. But for now, we just want to give you a quick glance of our website.
Absolutely.
Okay. And just to say that the biggest challenge is trying, and we'll just show you. I'll just be quiet so you can just see. You can go to our website and watch this, and there's lots of movies. Okay, we did this all by ourselves. So we just thought we'd just stop it there, because obviously we're running out of time and we're very, very good people. We don't like to go over the time. That's another form of maths, isn't it?
That's amazing. Can I just jump in? That I'm honestly, I'm so inspired, and we've spoken before, and that's just amazing. So I've got a question for you first, Yasmin, if that's okay, and then I've got another one for you, Amber. Where did you get this amazing idea from, Yasmin? Where did it come from? And if students sat there are thinking, I have an idea, what advice would you give to that person?
So firstly, it came from heartbreak. Seriously, from tears, because it's to do with my late father. He died, and I, like many kids, and it's only when you lose your parent, you're really obviously take them for granted. Well, I certainly did, my father. And it's only when he died I cried, because he was struggling to try and do something similar himself out in Bangladesh. So that's where it came from. The name literally, and I'll tell you this, it doesn't come straight away. Anyone who's got an idea, hang on to it. And I talk about something because I have a lot of young people following me on TikTok, okay? And they're like, Yasmin, how do you do this? And Yasmin, where'd you get your confidence? Because they don't believe that at some point I wasn't like this. I was really scared. I grew up above a curry house. I didn't know what I call posh people in top jobs, okay? So what happened is, over the years together, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay. I know I wanted a jigsaw picture, but I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't even know what pieces I need, but I just started. So that's my first thing, just start. And sorry, what was the second question?
It's just if a student is watching in a similar position who has an idea, how do they take that plunge?
Yeah. So one of the things that Love Dash is trying to work as well is to try and get into schools. We would, if we could, get in at 5 years old, because children are imaginative, innovative. The first thing I'd say to you is, number one, go to your teachers, okay? But there's also organizations like Prince's Trust, all right? Lots of charities. Heck, get your parents to get in touch with Love Dash, okay? Because here's the thing, you have a germ of an idea, internet, YouTube, all the resources are out there. Google young businesses, children owning businesses. Look at others who are doing businesses. Every now and then, for example, we read a report recently, Neelam, that there's a young girl who's incredible. I think in India, she's developed a solar powered, I think, little vehicle, which will change the lives of many who are selling goods. So don't give up. It's not going to be straightforward. It's not going to be plain sailing. If I can do it, and I'm really old and hairy, yeah, you definitely can. There's no excuse, okay?
Thank you so much. And Amber, I want to talk to you about role models. I mean, clearly you've got your lovely mum. How important is it for a young person like yourself to have relatable role models in education and in the world of work? And what advice would you give to